Hello, my name is MrSpaml and welcome back to the episode of Unturned News. It's been quite a while since the last one. Me and Bradboy have got a lot to cover in this video, and if you're not already subscribed, what are you missing at? 55.3% of you aren't actually subscribed, Bradboy, and of those subscribers, only 38% of them actually have the bell clicked, so make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop kick that bell button, check out Pine Hosting if you're interested in getting an Unturned server, use code MrSpaml to get 40% off your first month, and let's go ahead and get started.
We got some epic changes that have happened over the last few months, or whenever the last Unturned news was. Starting off, Nelson is planning on updating to Unity 2019. For those of you that do not know, we're currently on Unity 2018. The update brings a lot of new fancy things. I don't fully understand it, but it's good. It means lots of new things can be done. Good for developers, good for Nelson. It also means he's going to have to change the UI, I believe. That's what he said in his devlog, which will be nice. He said he had to do it to fix some bugs. But to be honest, a nice UI rework might be on the horizon.
But the thing is, I'm so used to the normal Unturned UI. Like, if I just bring it up for a second, I'm so used to seeing that health bar and all of those bars and all the crafting menus. Like, sure, when I first started playing Unturned, they didn't look the best. I've kind of just got used to them now. It'd be quite weird if all that changes.
I don't know. I feel like a nice UI rework will be nice. We've booted it a bunch of times now. We've seen the UI, so it's kind of like refreshing. It'll feel a bit like a different game, at least in my opinion.
The UI for Unturned 3 on like Xbox One, and I imagine it looks the same on PlayStation 4, but it looks completely different. It's like a little dial instead of these bars, which I'm not sure if I like that, to be honest. I get that it's refreshing, but I like the style, which is kind of weird to say, but I like them how they are. A slight tweak, maybe make them look a little better.
No, I think a full rework.
All right, Brad, all right.
Moving on to the next change. This has already been implemented, and I believe he's staggering it in stages. So he's done a netcode rework. Sadly, the netcode rework may or may not have broken a few things, and now hackers can crash servers, I think, but that's fine. At least people can disable it for now. I think he's given us a feature to disable it. Technically, I think it should help servers. It will mean a lot better netcode. Servers can track things better. Hopefully rubber banding won't be as bad. I don't know what it changes, but I know netcode does affect anything to do with servers.
He did talk about this a fair bit in the podcast we did with him. Clearly it's a big deal. He said it's a lot of work and would take multiple months, so hopefully it all goes smoothly, brother boy.
And moving on to some pretty big news, which we haven't really spoken about much since the old news video that we did. Openmod has come a long way. So for those of you who don't know, Openmod is pretty much Rocket Mod, but a lot better. I've been taking a look over the last few days, seeing what they've done, and yeah, there's still a few things that they're missing out on Rocket Mode, which keeps a lot of networks from swapping over. But overall, if you're starting a server, I highly, highly recommend using Openmod, because it's what should hopefully be the module that Unturned 2 uses. It's going to support other games. It's just generally better, less laggy, and hopefully will be the new normal for Unturned. So get on it while you can.
And now basically what we're going to do, we're going to answer a bunch of questions on the Nelson interview. We've got a lot to talk about here. We're going to try our best to answer. Obviously, we don't know everything about Unturned, so there's a few things we might mess up, and there's a few things we literally just don't know yet, but we've got a lot to talk about, so let's get started. Starting off with the first comment. It's not really a question, I just thought it was funny. I fixed your title. Stupid mortals ask God about the new world he's creating. It's very true, bro.
Clearly, he's talking about me as the god, and then MrSpaml and that other bloke who was the bloke we had on the podcast.
Yes, my dream has come true. A Horde Mode with zombies and bandits running around to make the defenses have much more uses. This is pretty cool. Obviously, he does talk a lot about NPCs and how he wants to have zombies roaming and having to defend your base. I'm quite looking forward to this. Obviously, he's already spoken about it a lot. There's not really too much to add.
Yeah, I definitely think that the whole idea of bandits roaming and all these different mobs will be pretty sick. It's already kind of done in Rust with the radiated people, but I feel like Nelson will do a better job, especially if they have proper roaming routes and different activities and times.
One thing I'd like to see is lobby survival without needing a server. I think he's just talking about co-op servers maybe that you can host just from the menu. That's a brilliant idea. I'm sure it's something that he's planning on working on. He did talk about making servers easier to make, because obviously it'd be quite handy. Let's say you just wanted to go quickly build something with your friend. You don't have to port forward your Wi-Fi and all of that, and just being able to click a button in your menu.
And that's what the Xbox version of the game have. They don't have servers, they just have lobbies or peer-to-peer. And it seems to work pretty well, especially if you just want to play like what we're doing right now. We don't need a full server for it, really, but we have to, sadly. But if you want a server, Pine Hosting.
Yes.
I'd really like to see some sort of energy rifles or more futuristic stuff. Well, judging by the fact that he added that drone, I think he's also on the same page as you. But yeah, some futuristic things would be cool, especially if it's like maybe a high tier loot that you can unlock as like laser guns or futuristic Tron bikes. I don't know. But obviously, it shouldn't be the default because Unturned is a survival game. But maybe at the end game, you can unlock some pretty cool things.
I also want to see like futuristic vehicles. I want to see drones, more drones. I like the drones. They're fun to fight.
I want user controllable drones. I want like you can actually fly your own drone. That's what I want. That's
Imagine
when I
you could,
first saw
like-
the drone, I thought you could. That's why I was really happy.
Yeah. Imagine, it'd be so cool. You could have like a drone swarm attacking people. That would make all like SWAT missions and stuff so much cooler.
Your base.
Oh, it's so
Always
cool. So much potential. I love it. Is Unturned 2 coming to PlayStation 5? This is a pretty damn good question. You would think that sure, Unturned 2 is coming to PlayStation 5, but there's no word on it at the moment. Obviously, Unturned 3 is getting put on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. He said he doesn't really have any plans for it. I'm sure sometime in the future, if Unturned on consoles does well, that Unturned 2 will come to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. It'd be good to see because the more people playing Unturned, the better. And these new consoles will run Unturned. Or at least I hope they run Unturned with no problems whatsoever. When will Unturned be on Xbox? Now, I wish I could tell you, but I don't have no idea, to be honest. I'm literally waiting on 505 when they finally announced the release date. They said they would announce it shortly. We're kind of just waiting on the edge of our seat here, brother boy, because you can be sure the moment that release date is announced, I'm going to be making a video on it. So stay tuned.
Buy an Xbox just for that, MrSpaml.
Oh, I'd need a lot of ad revenue. Make sure to click the ads, guys. I'm buying an Xbox.
And buy a server from Pine Hosting.
Yeah, I'm buying a server from Pine. And subscribe Unturned 2 with RTX. I don't know. Think about it. That's, I mean, I don't know, actually. I have no idea if Unturned has any plans for ray tracing. I feel like it's just extra effort where it's not really needed. And Unturned already kills potato PCs as it is. So I don't think
Not Unturned 2. Unturned 2 is pretty good, frame-wise.
Yeah, true, but we haven't seen like big maps and loads of NPCs yet. These are pretty empty maps. I mean, sure, this is running brilliantly, Brad, but you get into like Unturned Life and your frames kind of jump out the window. So maybe, I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him, but it'd be a very long time until we see anything to do with ray tracing and Unturned.
Battle Royale? Question mark. I assume he's asking for Battle Royale in Unturned 2, in which case there might be arena mode. It's pretty popular in the current Unturned, so I'd assume Nelson has plans for arena, but I don't think there'll be any like standalone Battle Royale mode built into Unturned.
Although it would be cool.
We can only hope.
Battle Royale games are very popular and it might bring in a whole new audience to Unturned. You know, a bunch of hardcore PvP sweats, which is just what we need, brother boy. And the final question from the main man Gary boy over here. Look at this, I responded in 11 seconds, Brad. That's pretty insane.
We did talk to Nelson about this on the interview podcast thingy-majiggy. And he pretty much said he has no real plans, but he does want to draw inspiration from like an olden day theme map. He said he likes to show Stranger Things, so maybe we'll see something like 80s themed, kind of Stranger Things themed style. I don't really know what it looks like, but it sounds pretty sick.
I could imagine that for an Unturned map, to be fair. I think it would look pretty good, although I'd like to see kind of a big departure from the norm in Unturned. You know what I mean? I want to see maps look different, go to new places. You know, no place in particular. You know, there's nothing I really have in mind. But anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Me and Brad Boy have answered a lot of questions here. And if you're not already subscribed, what are you missing out? Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, and I'll see you in the next video.